Hi, I'm Samantha Yarock here with the Portland Thorns head coach Paul Riley at the NWSL draft. Paul, the Thorns entered the draft today without any picks, somehow ended up entering a trade with Houston Dash and the Washington Spirit that landed the Thorns striker Jodie Taylor. What was your motivation behind that move?
Well, I think we need another forward, obviously, and Jodie's proven in the league. Obviously, she's a full international too with the English national team, and I felt last year she was probably the most dangerous forward in the league, bar anybody. And she runs well behind the fences. She's good across the lines. She's clever. She's a good finisher. I think she's caught offside a lot of times, which means she's always on the last shoulder, which I like about a forward. And I think for us to be able to get a top-notch forward, I mean, she scored 11 goals last year, and I think she's a proven player in the league, and that's what we really wanted, a proven goal scorer.
Right, well, the draft now behind you, you can shift your focus to the 2015 season. It's a World Cup year, which means a lot of the Thorns players are going to be off with their national teams. How are you going to manage the team?
I think balancing is going to be the issue for us, obviously, and making sure we do have players. Once we get all the dates from the Canadians and from the Americans, then we'll try and figure everything out. But I think we're in a pretty good position where we won't be short, that we'll be able to turn out a top-notch team every week. But that's the trickiest part, is just going to manage it. It's not only managing whether they're away or not, it's whether they need rest when they come back, and what kind of injuries have they got, and what kind of niggling little things do we need to rest, and how long do they need to rest. And that's going to be the tricky part. But when you ask them, when you ask all the internationals, they want to come back, they want to play in Portland, they want to play in front of their great fan base, and we're just going to have to manage it, and that's going to be it's going to be a tough year for sure, from my end at least, managing those players. But we're going to have a good 12 to 14 in-house all the time, so it's going to be up to them and a few of them to step up to the plate and get the job done.
So you acknowledge it will be a tough season managing that, but aside from that, it's your second year as the head coach. Do you feel that helps you going into this season, and how so?
Yeah, I think we made a lot of changes last year. This year we didn't make so many changes. We've kept the core group, and we just wanted to just tinker a little bit with it and bring some key parts in that we felt we really needed. And last year was a big overhaul of the team, and I think this year's a lot easier for the fans probably to recognise some of the players that we've brought in. And we got a couple of big signings on the way too, and I think they'll make a big difference to the squad. And last year, when we had an up and down season, we were like an elevator. Sometimes we're up and sometimes we're going down. And I think this year we need more consistency. And I think just the group being around another year, being around me another year with the same coaching staff, I think that's going to be important. And I'm looking forward to a new season.
Right, well, I've saved my most important question for last. As a fellow New Yorker that now is transplanted to Portland, where can I get a good bagel?
A good bagel? Sunrise Bagels is the only place. Sunrise Bagels, I do believe, is in, I don't even know the town now. I'm struggling for the town, but Sunrise Bagels is where I go, but the bagels aren't the same.
All right,
they're not the same. I hate to be honest with you, but they're not the same. But the cider is much better.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, Coach. For more coverage on today's draft and the Portland Thorns, check out portlandthornsfc.com.